Welcome back. A proposal to overhaul Australia's retirement system is suggesting a new HECS-style interest-free loan that would see retirees borrow to try and fund their standard of living before paying the money back when they sell the family home or enter aged care. Joining us this afternoon on The Debrief is Lindsay Kirkwood from the Wine Chats podcast in Brisbane and Nick Hayes from Media Stable in Adelaide. Good afternoon to both of you. Nick, good or bad idea?
I kind of like it, Tarsh. I think it's got some merit. I think that potentially it does enable those that are going to struggle to take that retirement opportunity and get it to a living standard that's almost on par with what they're used to. But what does worry me is that anything like this, and we've already seen it with governments, they like to fiddle, they like to change, they like to mix it up. Is this going to be what it's going to be in the future? The idea sounds great, but I don't know whether it actually will live out to be such a great idea in the end. Yeah,
well said, Nick. Often, as Nick said, Lindsay, the devil is always in the detail. And for so many pensioners right now, they are really, really struggling to make ends meet. Any type of help to live would be great, but there's always some red flags with these situations.
There are, but I really feel like these pensioners need a Robin Hood moment, and this might just be it. Like, they shouldn't be spending these years debating, do I buy milk and bread this week or buy my grandchildren a birthday present? Which bill am I paying? So I think the government really should be looking at policies like this. They shouldn't be stressing in these years. I'm all for it. If it's going to help them, definitely.
Absolutely. And moving on, a new survey has found Australian drivers' top pet peeve with driving issues is tailgating, with 23% revealing the behaviour absolutely infuriated them. Close behind was failing to use indicators, sitting in the wrong lane, and also aggressive driving. Nick, what are your pet peeves?
Oh, all of these that have been stated in this report, it's unreal. It's like they've just fed into every South Australian driver. By the way, South Australian, the worst drivers in the country.
Wow.
Next level, Western Australia. But it is tailgating. It is so, it is one of the most frustrating things because it's just an accident ready to happen. I love the fact, Melbourne and Sydney, you get a bad rap for being congested and being aggressive, but it's through that you're actually better drivers.
Yeah, and incredibly dangerous tailgating. Lindsay, your thoughts? The other one that I get a bit fired up with is if you let somebody in, they don't give you the courtesy wave.
Though that is my top third. The indicating and tailgating are my top two, 100%. But the courtesy wave, what is wrong? Like, just a quick hi, thanks.
100%.
But with the tailgating, I've always wanted to get a sign, like a big neon sign to put on the back of my car to say things that I can't say on national TV, to just tell people to back off.
Back off. Indeed. And finally this afternoon, we love this story. We need a bit of fun for a Friday. You've noticed more people are wearing wired headphones or dusting off old iPods. Well, you're not just imagining the situation at the moment. eBay has reported a wave of nostalgia is seeing many people rediscover the things we all loved in the 1980s and 90s and early 2000s. I love this, Nick. What would you like to see return?
I'd love to see the Game & Watch, the Donkey Kong, the games that they used to play. We used to play as kids because it was just that and nothing else. That would be wonderful. But another good little thing that I'd love to see more of, and the poor kids will never understand this, is the mixtape.
Oh, yes.
Putting together a mixtape, the effort you had to do to get that song right and get it absolutely perfect for someone that you loved. Well, all you'd have to do these days is just put a playlist together. It's a little too easy.
And you could wind it back and forward with a pencil. Too much to unpack there. Lindsay, what are your thoughts? What would you like to see return?
I would love to see a quality Cabbage Patch Kid. Oh. The dolls nowadays they're not good. It's horrible. What about the Raggedy Ann doll? Nick, did you play with one of them?
Of course I did.
But then I remember also getting my first Sony Walkman, the yellow Walkman with the wire headphones, and you clip it onto your belt and you think you were just like the bomb. I would love one of those again.
Back to better times and wonderful memories. Nick and Lindsay, thanks for joining us and happy Friday.
Thanks. Good to see you, Tash. Go Aussies.
Coming up after this short break, fever pitch, we check in with the millions of footy fans right across the country as the Socceroos take on Paraguay, and Delta Goodrum teases new